Hey guys, I'm back with another video, and it has been a while since I have posted, and in my last video, I reviewed the, Daima Goku SH Figure Arts, and I actually had another review, that I've already, filmed, but I'm just not going to post that since I have this video. In that last, video I took, I actually reviewed the Daima Vegeta figure from SH Figure Arts. This figure is pretty articulated. It's very good articulation. He's a good base form Vegeta figure. Yeah, he's a pretty good figure. I haven't gotten any other ones since this figure. I kind of gotten out of that phase, but maybe there are some new figures out that I would want, like the Super Saiyan Goku from the Cell games. Oh, his hand just popped off. And they're also releasing more figures that I would want. And I'm still looking forward to getting that Ultimate Atrocious Goku Black figure from Super Dragon Ball Heroes, but I haven't gotten that one yet. So in this video, it's mainly about the manga I got over break, since I got a lot of that. But yeah, this figure, it's a pretty good figure. He could be cool posed up with the other Daima Goku. But yeah, this figure's it's alright. It's good articulation, and yeah, it's a pretty good figure. Oh, and then next, I actually don't know if I showed you guys this, but, I, got a Gundam, and, I built it, obviously, and, I don't know, if you don't know what Gundam is, you probably do, but it's just, like, these robots you build. I mean, I just saw them, and I thought it looked cool, so I just bought it, and say, whatever. I don't really know, I haven't watched the anime, or whatever, but I don't know, I just thought it looked cool. It took me, like, 2 hours to build, which I guess that's kind of good for a beginner. I don't know. But, yeah, I just think this looks pretty cool. Now we're getting into the manga part. I have gotten a lot of manga since, I made my last couple of videos. In my last video when I reviewed the Daima Goku, I also, revealed that I also, got volume 2 of Steel Ball Run, which is this manga called JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and this was actually the first anime I was ever introduced to, and then it was Dragon Ball. So I got this one a long time ago when I got that Daima Goku, but when I did that video with the Vegeta, I also was going to show you guys volume 1, which I have. And yeah, I'm really getting into collecting other mangas, not just Dragon Ball. But so here's Steel Ball Run volume 1, and then volume 2, and I also have all the other newer volumes. I mean, not that new, but this is volume 3, and then I have here volume 4. I should show you guys the back of it, actually. Well, here's the back of volume 3. Here's the volume 4. Nice hardcover mangas. And then the newest one, volume 5 of Steel Ball Run. So yeah, these are nice hardcover volumes. Yeah, there's nothing really much to say. I like JoJo's, and I'm getting into a lot of other animes. So, speaking of JoJo's, not only do I have part 7, but I'm also trying to collect all the other parts. So here I have Volume 1 of Part 1, Phantom Blood, Volume 2 of Phantom Blood, and Volume 3 of Phantom Blood. A lot of JoJo's. A lot, actually. And those 3 volumes cover Part 1 of JoJo's. And I only have the first 2 volumes of Part 2. So here's Volume 1 of Battle Tendency, and here's Volume 2. By the way, I will be doing a manga haul since I did get an actual shelf for my manga, and I'll just put them on my table like I have showed you in my other videos. Now, let's take a little break from JoJo's and show you my Dragon Ball Super manga. Now, my last videos, I showed you guys, that I had a lot of Dragon Ball Super manga, but I never had the series fully complete. Now, with the new Volume 24 coming out, which has a really cool cover on it, with, Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, Broly, and Gohan, I figured that I needed to get all the other mangas, especially since they are releasing the new Dragon Ball Super Galactic Patrol, which is probably going to be about the Moro arc. Well, it is, since that's what the Galactic Patrol arc is. And so, I have Volume 7 of Dragon Ball Super, Volume 8 of Dragon Ball Super. Here's the backs of them. Volume 11 of Dragon Ball Super. Here's that. Volume 12 of Dragon Ball Super. Let's move these to the side. Here we have Volume 14 of Dragon Ball Super. I really like this cover, though I got it from Amazon and it kind of bugs me, but it's just like a little indent you see here. It's whatever, but here's Volume 14. Volume 15, which has a really cool cover of Goku and Moro. Here's the back of this one. Another picture of Goku. And then the final volume I needed was Volume 18 for Dragon Ball Super. And that's it for all my Dragon Ball Super mangas. So, now I will cut to the part where I will show you guys all of my Dragon Ball Super manga. Though, I also have Super Dragon Ball Heroes manga, but I didn't get any more of those. I still only have up to like the 3rd arc of it. So, yeah, I'll show you guys all my Dragon Ball Super manga right here. Okay, so here are my Dragon Ball Super volumes. You see, I have Volume 1 all the way up to Volume 23, and then I have the Yamcha side story, which is not really Dragon Ball Super, but it's not really canon to any of the other Dragon Ball storylines since it's kind of its own thing. And then, of course, here I have my Super Dragon Ball Heroes manga. And then I have my OG Dragon Ball manga up here on this shelf. And then my Gogeta statue. And so, yeah, still waiting for Volume 24 to come out. It's gonna be pretty cool. And, yeah, let's get into my JoJo's. Alright, so here is more of my JoJo's manga. So here's Volume 1 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Shining Diamonds, Demonic Heartbreak, which is just another side story of the JoJo's manga. So here's Volume 1, which is Josuke. Volume 2. And Volume 3. So all 3 volumes. and it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Now we get into the other Josuke from part 8. So I actually have ordered, well, I actually have all of them of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure part 8. And yeah, they're all in Japanese, obviously, since they haven't released them in English yet, since they're still releasing volumes from part 7. But yeah, here's volume 1. Pretty cool. We have Gappy here with Soft and Wet behind him. Here, the thing that's different about these are from my Super Dragon Ball Heroes manga, because if you see my other videos, I reviewed it, and that's also in Japanese. So actually, let me grab one here for comparison. So here's my Super Dragon Ball Heroes manga, and they are the exact same size. And if you noticed here, this JoJo's manga actually has another sleeve with it here, which you could also take off, because it's like double sleeved. So if I take this on off, I could also take this big sleeve off, and all the other JoJo mangas are kind of just like this one. They're just white with maybe some minor details that are different. But yeah, so the thing that I was going to say is that this is different since it actually has 2 sleeves instead of just one normal one. And let me just get this sleeve back on here. So yeah, this is what the normal manga looks like without the double sleeve here. And yeah, I think that's pretty cool that it has this extra one that just shows like more manga. And so I looked it up, and these Super Dragon Ball Heroes manga actually have sleeves. It's just that mine didn't come with one. Like at least the later volumes do. But I always like how the Japanese manga come with different little things for how cheap they actually are in Japan. Like this one, again, is like, here, let's see, actually. Put the other sleeve on. So yeah, this one's only 438 yen. So what is that, like $3 or something? $4, $3. If you remember, Super Dragon Ball Heroes manga actually had a card that came with it that you could use in the arcade, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, here's volume 1 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure part 8, and now I'm just gonna go through all 27 of them. I'm just gonna show you guys the front and back covers. So that's volume 1. Here's volume 2. Volume 3. Oh yeah, and they also all have connecting spines. It's just a little hard to tell, except for one, and that's volume 18, and I'll show you that when we get to it. So volume 4. They all actually have this extra sleeve, which is another thing to do with volume 18. Volume 5. Volume 6. Volume 7. Volume 8. I like this cover a lot, actually. Some covers here are actually really neat. Oh. Volume 9. Oh, here's the back of it, actually. Yeah, this one's different because it has like scribbles on it, which I think is pretty neat, since most of these are just the same, just with a different color palette. That's volume 9. Let's straighten this up a bit so they don't all fall. Volume 10. Volume 11. And volume 12. So I'm actually gonna start a new stack on this side, and alright, that's volume 13 through 19. And then here on the other side, I actually have, you probably can't see it, but volume 20 through 27, and volumes 1 of 2 of JoJo's Part 9, which I will show you when we get there. So here's volume 13. Volume 14. Volume 15, another one of my favorite front covers. I actually really like this one as well. Volume 16. Let's move this a little bit off to the side. Volume 17. Volume 18. And this is the volume where it kind of frustrates me. So the cool thing about this is the extra sleeve actually like goes with like the front cover. It has like the same design, so it like it's not even there, which is pretty cool. But the worst thing about it is that on the side here, it has this like big white like cover like thing over it, and if I compare it here, volume 17, it's nothing like that. See, volume 17, every single volume is like that. It has like the purple and like the blue, and then it has like the side cover image. Now for volume 18, it has just this big white symbol here, and it frustrates me because every single other volume is just like this one, and then you just have like this one random one, which is fine, but you could take it off, but I want to leave it on. But yeah, it's pretty cool, and it's also covering the image, but it's fine. It's still pretty cool that it actually has this on the front cover. But here, let me put 17, and here's the back of 18. Now volume 19, another one of my favorite front covers. And now, the last 8 volumes. So, volume 20. Let's put this here. Volume 21. Volume 22. Wait, hold on. Hold on. I don't know what's happening with this bottom one here, but hold on. I'll be right back. Alright, so I just fixed the problem, but here is volume 22. Here's the back of it. And I'll put this right here, like that. And then here's volume 23. Yeah, 23. And then here's volume 24. Here's volume 25. Volume 26. And the final volume for part 8, volume 27. Cool cover. And now, for JoJo's part 8, I only have 2 volumes. I have volume 1. Oh, here's Jodio, and then November Rain, his stand right there. And then here's volume 2. You see November Rain again. Alright, so those are my JoJo volumes. Like every single one that I have. And now I'll show you guys what they look like on the shelf. Alright, so here we have volumes 1 through 3 of Phantom Blood, volumes 1 and 2 of Battle Tendency, and then 1 through 5 of Steel Ball Run. And then here I just have my Kaioken Goku, which is not JoJo's, and then all my Vizbigs of Dragon Ball. And then if we just go right below this, we actually have all the volumes of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 7, and as you can see here for volume 18, it has that, like, white thing, which doesn't really matter, it's just whatever. And then volumes 1 and 2 of JoJo Lands, 1 and 2 of Shining Diamonds, Demonic Heartbreak, and then volume 3 displayed right there. The only reason I have that is so they don't all fall down. And next is actually to the manga that I got more of, like 8 and 9 of Dandadan, and I actually got 0, 2, and 3 of JJK, 1 of Chainsaw Man, and volumes 1 of Mob Psycho. And I'll just show you the front covers of all of these new ones I got. Forgot to tell you guys, but I also got this sick figure of Trunks from Super Dragon Ball Heroes. Really cool figure, very nice, high quality, with this sword. Very, very, very cool figure. Now, I'll show you guys all these other mangas here that I got, other than the Dragon Ball and JoJo's. Alright, so first I'll show you guys, volume 7 of Dandadan. I really like these, front covers are very vibrant with, the characters and everything. Here's the back of it, and the side, and then volume 8. The side, and that's Dandadan. And then here, actually have a lot more of, is JJK. So here's Jujutsu Kaisen 0, 2, and 3. So, really like the series actually so far. Now here is my third favorite series that I finally starting to collect manga of, is Chainsaw Man. I love this series so much. It's just so cool. Oh, almost forgot. The backs of JJK. They're pretty simple, but they're pretty cool. So here's Chainsaw Man. Really excited to get more volumes of it. And then Mob Psycho 100. A lot of these stories are about like demons and like evil spirits, I guess. So it's alright. This is actually Dark Horse, not Shonen Jump. But yeah, it's so far pretty interesting. The art style is different. But yeah, that's really all the manga I have gotten, and now I'll show you guys I'll just show you guys my entire collection. So, let's cut to that. Alright guys, so here is my manga shelf, and actually, right above here, I actually have, JoJo's poster, which is pretty sick. I have my Dragon Ball. I still need to get more volumes of it to complete Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. Though I do wish I started collecting the single volumes, not the 3-in-1s, because I feel like those would look cooler, even if I connected it with the Dragon Ball Super ones, with like the Nimbus and everything. And then here is my Gogeta statue. And then here I have Dragon Ball Super. I showed you not too long ago. And the thing that sucks is that like they're like kind of different sizes, to be honest. See, like 11 and 12 like stick in more. They're not as wide, and some of them are like higher than others, if you can see here, but it's all right. And then here also, it's kind of a little frustrating, is like these aren't really the same like height, I guess, so it doesn't make a perfect picture. But here I have Goku, Vegeta, Beerus, Whis, the Zenos, Champa, Vados, Jiren, Hit, and all the others. Here, now, here actually is a lot better. See, with like the Goku Black, and then this one rises, but then here actually kind of stays the same. So the Zamasu looks nice, and the Jacko, and then yeah, I'm still waiting for volume 23. And then, of course, we got the Yamcha story. That one time I got reincarnated as Yamcha. And then here, my Super Dragon Ball heroes. Still looking forward to get more. And then if we go down one shelf here, we have my Dandadan volumes 1 through 8 here. And then my JJK, Chainsaw Man, and Mob Psycho. Need to get more Chainsaw Man and Mob Psycho so they look better. And of course my Trunks figure. Now if we go even more down, my JoJo's, again, showed you not too long ago, my Goku Kaioken figure, Vizbigs, and I just showed you guys, but here's it again, my entire JoJo's Part 8 and Volumes 1 and 2 Part 9, and then of course the side story with Josuke. And yeah, that is my entire manga collection. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to making more videos, and, yeah, that's really it, guys. Bye.